Anthony Volpe.
Come on, Garrett.
Strike on the outside. And we're underway. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Next offering is in for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The 2-2 now. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Outside with a breaking ball. Volpe gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And another ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hey now, turn 2 here.
Fouled off. He was late. And a pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Runner takes off. Called strike 3. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
93rd, right fielder Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And that's in the dirt. 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Pitch misses there, and now 3-1.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Fourth, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
First and second, 1 out. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Out to center, Rafaela sizing this one up, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter Giancarlo.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That one fouled off, 2-2.
Punch him out!
Next offering misses down and away. Austin Wells in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 3. So they strand a pair. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back here in Queens, today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole. And Singy, he's a workhorse, loves pitching deep into his starts.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Jarren Duran, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike one. And a swing and a miss there.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield.
Are you kidding me?
Cabrera hauls it in, and there's one away. Check out the Red Sox lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Let's go!
Wells hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting third baseman, Rafael Devers.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Rafael Devers.
Let's go, Rafael.
Check swing, called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Next pitch inside. 1-2 to count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And Raffy falls victim to the K. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Citi
Leading off
Field,
for the
here's the
Yankees,
catcher,
catcher
Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
Crochet back to work. That one blasted deep to right. Going back on this one. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. That one felt good. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. To third.
Oh, yeah.
Whips it to Casas. One out in the second.
Batting 8th, left fielder Jason Dominguez.
And here is Jason Dominguez. Dominguez, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Just missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. That's to third. Devers. Throw to first in time.
Batting 9th, third baseman.
So 2 down
Oswaldo
now,
Cabrera.
and here is Oswaldo Cabrera.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Swings through that one for strike one.
That was
0-1
straight
the count.
queso right there.
Right through there for a strike. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Yankees draw first blood on a solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off for
And now the
the
first
Red Sox.
baseman, Tristan
First
Casas.
baseman, Tristan Casas.
Looking good, Red Sox.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Hey. All right, Red Sox.
And there's a ball.
2-1.
And that one is
Inside, ball three.
inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
We got a full count. 3-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Dominguez going back and forget it. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and we're all square. It's 1-1.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The next offering misses. 2-2. And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now Masataka Yoshida. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. 1 out, base is empty. Look out!
Yep, I got
And
it.
it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
Abreu.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. That's outside. Ball 1. Slider right there.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
A strikeout and a second of the game for the Cole Train. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even at 1 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Top half of the
Leading
3rd
off
inning.
for the
Here's the Yankees
Yankees,
leadoff hitter,
shortstop,
Anthony Volpe.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Now 1 miss.
In.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. almost hit him. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Durant on the move to the gap. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman Jazz Chisholm.
And now Jazz Chisholm Jr. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. And he's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One out, runner at second. Here is Aaron Judge. Walked his first time. A little bit low, and that's ball one.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Let's go, Red Sox.
Man at second. And that one wrapped foul.
Let's go, Red Sox.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 1 and 2.
Strike.
Sit him down.
On the ground to the left.
That's a foul
And
ball.
that's just foul.
Punch him out.
Judge waits. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add a couple more. It's 3-1.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting a ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
So 1 out, nobody on. Cody Bellinger will hit next. In there at the knees. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Foul ball there. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And ball 1. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Now batting.
Here's
designated
Stanton
hitter,
now.
Giancarlo
Struck out swinging
Stanton.
his first time. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Check swing, called strike. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
On the ground, out to short.
Move it, move it.
Story sends it over to first, and they take care of Stanton for the out. And that is the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. So stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Just missed.
Atta kid.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike. Way to go, Red Sox!
Breaking ball misses down and away. Started at the 3-1. Now a check. And down to first we go. And he won around. Rule to swing. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. A little bit low.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Rafaela on at first. Nobody out.
Let's go, Sox!
Next pitch is outside. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That's inside, and it's 3-0. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Second baseman, Alex Bregman.
First and second, no outs. Here's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1.
One more, Alex. Let's go.
In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called. Now it's Devers at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Inside, just missed.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
And delivers outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That's ball 3.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance from the runners. 3-1 now. Tristan Casas in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of the third. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Two on, 1 out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Goldie to second, return throw to first, got him, double play, and that'll do it. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 3 innings complete. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox 1. Back here in Queens, start of the 4th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
That's off the inside corner, and now 2-0. And there's a foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside.
Looking good, Red Sox.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Come on, Boston. Let's go, Boston.
This one chopped to first. Casas takes it himself. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Garrett Crochet gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with a new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Here's
for
a
the
new
Red
pitcher
Sox,
from the pen, Richard
number
Fitz.
80.
He's into the game with the bases
Richard
empty. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Grounded out his first time up.
Here we go, Boston.
Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Bases empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2-0. And that one pulled foul. One down, base is empty. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there.
Get down.
Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting left fielder Jason Dominguez.
2 down, base is empty. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Grounded out his first time. Pitches in there. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's the strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Now batting
he did
first
such a
baseman
nice job of pulling his
Oswaldo
hands tight to the
Cabrera.
body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Oswaldo Cabrera digs in now.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
There's the strike. And the sweeper is off the plate.
That's ball 2.
Swings through that one.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Stays alive.
Let's go.
2 outs. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Rafaela in position, nabs it, and that'll do it. The Yanks leave one, but they still lead it 3-1. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go, bottom 4. Now batting Tristan Casas. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Red Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
He'll do it himself, and a quick out number 1. Here's Trevor Story. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The Yanks leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
So up next, Masataka Yoshida. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That's ball 2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Inside ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Struck out swinging his first time. On the ground to third, Cabrera. They get the force. That ends the frame. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Anthony Volpe.
Let's go, Red Sox! Woo! Red Sox! Yeah, baby! Come on, Sox!
Fitz back to work. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Fitz, a 6'3" righty, 25 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick in 2021. And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Chisholm at the plate and takes high there. In the air, left field, Duran gets under it, hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next,
Aaron
for the
Judge
Yankees,
comes to the
right
plate
fielder
now.
Aaron
We think of
Judge.
home runs when we see Judge, which makes sense because, well, he hits a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Boog. In fact, Judge hit 300 home runs before he reached 1,000 hits. The only other player in MLB history to do that was Mark McGwire.
I think of home runs with that guy, too.
Yeah, same.
2 down, nobody on. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 2.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
There's a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. On the ground right side.
Hustle, hustle.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for the Yankees, and the score stays 3-1. And we're back. Stepping in, Connor Wong.
Catcher Connor Wong.
And that one in the air center field. Bellinger sizes this one up. And there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball.
Now
Just
batting,
barely
center
missed it.
fielder,
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Rafaela.
Cedar Rafaela, the next to hit. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Ground ball to the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Now 2
Now
away.
batting, left fielder Jaron Duran.
So the batting order turns over. Now batting Jaron Duran. He's 0 for 1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Gone. Straight into the visitor's bullpen. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 3-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
All day, baby.
And now it's Alex Bregman. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Slider misses outside.
2 strikes.
Two down, base is empty, but one run across last half of inning number 5. And now the count is even. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Queens, and here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Let's go, Red Sox.
That's a strike, and it's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brennan Bernardino, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Wilson also throwing. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. Just missed. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And downstairs. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And up next for New York, Austin Wells. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
In for a strike, 0-1.
All ones the count.
And misses inside.
All right, Red Sox. Let's go, Red Sox.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And it gets into the seats. Nobody out, runner at first. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swings and misses, 1 out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Paul Goldschmidt now. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Casas makes the grab, 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees, 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Stanton off of first with 2 away. Smoked on the ground a second. They take the force out, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox 2. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Third baseman, Rafael Devers.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And that's a little bit high. And a count 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Up the middle. In plenty of time to first. And Devers is set down.
The first baseman, Tristan Casas.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. He's already homered here in this one.
Let's go, Sox. Come on, Sox. You can do it.
First pitch misses. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the sixth. On the ground to Jazz.
What was that?
Slings to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story now. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 3-2. Brennan Bernardino gets the ball now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Come on, Boston.
Swing and a miss.
0-1. Come on, Sox.
And that is out of play. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Punch him out.
And no one can get there. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Back to the top of the order. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe.
Let's get two here.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Gone. He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 5-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 3. That misses the zone, And that's ball one.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. One down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Aaron Judge at the plate. His two-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Judge rips that one back there. And that ball is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-2. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Brennan Bernardino out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Justin Wilson gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Justin Wilson.
One out, base is empty. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one upstairs, ball one. Line drive. They got it for out number 2.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Stanton in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. 2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here in the top half of inning number 7. And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 6-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here now the Red Sox DH. Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida.
Just missed.
You know, these Red Sox need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. You really can't pin it on one player because we've seen soft contact up and down this lineup. It's time to make some adjustments because this approach is just off.
Misses off the plate. And now 3-0.
The cause for these struggles is a little different for each hitter. For some, it's timing, and for others, it's mechanics. Whatever it is, they need to start hitting the ball harder.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Face it here.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swung on, belted, way back there, and out of here. He'll touch them all. It's 6-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
There we go.
Fernando Cruz gets the call from the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now Connor Wong. And that's outside. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the bottom of the 7th. Movement in the Yankees pen. Luke Weaver getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter warming up as well. That smash towards center. Bellinger pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The center fielder,
Ceddanne Rafaela now at the plate. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Pulls that one foul. Fastball is outside. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. And that's a strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran. He's already homered in this game. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. And there's a ball. Next offering is outside. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 outs. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We go to the eighth, and here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Wilson back to work. Wilson, a 6'2 southpaw, 37 years young. And he was a 5th-round pick back in 2008.
Let's go, Red Sox!
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Come on, Red Sox!
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldie steps into the box.
Get the out here.
Swing!
Down and
Nope,
away
1-0.
for ball 1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Strike him out!
The 1-2. This to third, Devers. Bregman for 1, back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's outside, and that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Nope, outside. Give it to him, Boston!
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
So digging in, Oswaldo Cabrera, a switch hitter batting right. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Dominguez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now snap throw to first.
No, he's in.
And he's back in safely. On the ground to third.
Let's go.
And that'll do it.
All right.
So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Yankees 6 and the Red Sox 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Luke Weaver.
Now pitching for New York, number 30, Luke Weaver.
Now it's Alex
Leading
Bregman.
off for the Red Sox, second baseman, Alex Bregman.
Let's go, Red Sox!
And the first
Ball 1,
offering
no
is
strike.
not close. Movement in the bullpen. Devin Williams getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Bregman swings, hits one deep, left field. That one carrying to the warning track, makes the catch.
Wow, that one almost got out of here. I know the wind's blowing out to left, but man, that almost pushed it over the fence. I bet hitters are trying to get the ball up in the air and hit it that direction. I know I would be.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Let's go, Red Sox.
Ball 1, no strikes. The Yankees up by 2 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Go, Red Sox. Woo!
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Struck him out looking. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Do it again.
Casas stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Way to go, Red Sox.
And another ball.
Yeah, good eye. Way to go, Boston.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball, that's outside.
Trevor Story waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up, he'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
You count this ball.
So now 3-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Wells brings it in, and that is that.
Come on now.
Nothing doing for Boston, and the score remains 6-4.
Now pitching.
We're
for the
back.
Red
It's the
Sox.
top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Greg Weiser.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So back to the top of the order. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Let's go, Sox.
That's in for a strike.
All ones that count.
That's a little bit low.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back.
Let's go, Sox.
And he grounds one to the right side.
Come on, come on, come on.
On to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 4 with a double. And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider. That one almost got him.
2-2 to count.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He sends it out of here. It's 7-4. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Base is empty, one away. It's Aaron Judge now. And that misses. And it's 1-0. Yankees up by 3. And the sweeper misses. Weiser maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they...
That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a double. 4th hit of the night for him.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
One out, runner at second. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Come on, Boston. Let's go, Boston.
Off the mark there, and that's ball 1. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Ground ball, Casas takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
Here we go, Boston.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And that's outside.
That went out.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Snags it on the run. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 7-4 ball game. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Devin Williams.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Here's Story now. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Late with the swing there.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Yoshida in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And it's gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-5.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of inning number 9. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Only 1 out left for the Red Sox.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Wong at the plate now. That's ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
And now 2-0. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Just missed.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Outside ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
So up next, Cedar Rafaela.
You got the number 9 hole hitter right here, looking to do whatever he can to get on base, turn this lineup over so the best hitters in this lineup have a chance to tie up the ball game or maybe even walk it off.
The tying run at the plate.
Outside, that's a ball.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2 balls and a strike. Tying run at the plate. Check swing, called strike. This could end it. That's a hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Devin Williams will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Jaron Duran steps to the dish in a big spot. And he takes one right on the black. 0-1.
0-1's the count. Let's go, Sox. Come on, Sox. You can do it.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a fun game all the way around. We saw plenty of action. 12 runs total on the board, but a pretty close finish at the end.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.